Hey there, it's Ravit and Murray on the Nasty Divorce Podcast. Just to remind you, we are not lawyers or therapists. We are two divorced parents on a mission to demystify nasty divorces. Understand why nasty divorces are becoming an epidemic, problems that we see in today's divorces, and try to find solutions. And today, we are going to talk about what's the one word, the one thing that scares men the most post-divorce. Murray?
Oh, post-divorce.
Post-divorce.
You didn't say that when we were off mic. Okay,
All right,
but
so a
no,
pre-divorce, and then we'll do a post-divorce.
No, it's probably all the same. I think.
Okay.
I don't have one word. One word.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, it's like, first of all, it's let's talk. Two words.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I get that one.
And I go, let's talk. What do you want to talk about? Well, I'm not really happy the way things went down last night. And then off we go. So let's talk. That's
So what would you rather her say? Or what do you say when you want to talk? If you want to bring...
I guess let's talk.
So you hate it when she says it, but you can say it.
Well, yeah, I'm in the control position. Right?
Oh, okay. Here we go.
No, no, we do have to talk, and men, contrary to popular belief, men do talk.
Okay.
They just don't talk as much.
Right.
Because we don't analyze and overanalyze, although you've accused me of being overanalytical on many occasions.
Me
but
never.
But that's okay. Analyzing and talking about stuff, I think we all want reassurance.
Okay.
We don't like feeling insecure. At least
Okay.
I don't. So whenever I feel like insecure, then I want to talk about it, and I want to be made to feel secure
Okay.
by the words that will come out of your mouth. And if they don't come, even though I've asked all the pertinent questions, and I'm still insecure, now I'm really insecure. And I don't like feeling insecure in the first place, but being really insecure, this is not a good day for this man.
Yeah.
So now what do? If I can't find the security, I guess I have to shut up because it just isn't coming my way, is it?
Or make a
So
move.
that's right.
And that's when you'll start planning to make a move.
Well, if
You're
I'm
in
not,
or you're out.
Yep, that's exactly it. You know what I mean? And I remember a girl said to me one time, she kept singing a song. It's cruel to be kind in the right measure, right?
Yeah.
And she kept singing that song, and I didn't know what she meant,
Okay.
right? But cruel to be kind, and next week cheated on me.
She cheat on you?
Yeah.
What a BS.
Well, that's
Can't believe it. That's probably your reaction. Right?
yeah. And what she was doing was telling me what she was setting it up by singing that to my mind. She was, setting that up. So anyway.
Or maybe she was thinking about doing it, and as she was driving with you and singing the song, she was actually thinking of another man.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Oh, not healthy at all.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can
no,
just
so-
imagine the feeling of that.
Yeah. So anyway, when I finally figured it out, like years later, instead of at
In
the
slow
moment.
motion.
Yeah. So you figure it out, and you're going, oh, that was stupid. And when she finally, this is interesting, when she finally decided it was over, she says, I think we have to go out to lunch, to supper.
Okay.
I said, oh, that's ominous. What's that mean? Well, we just want to talk about some things.
Oh, the let's talk again.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we went out, and
Don't
she
tell me
picked a restaurant. She picked a restaurant.
And you paid or she paid?
Well, interesting. So we end up at the restaurant, and we ate well. I
Okay.
thought, you know what I mean? And conversation didn't come up.
Okay.
I thought, well, maybe she's forgotten about it because she did say she wanted to talk, and now here we're on to dessert. We're still not talking.
Uh-huh.
So I guess we're going to have it over the coffee. And she said, I don't think it's working out between us. And I said, you could have told me this in your living room.
Yeah,
Why did we have to come out for supper?
exactly.
And I grabbed my coat and left.
Oh, good.
And I did not pay.
Oh.
And I was very
That's
proud of
lovely.
myself. I even, like, when I said,
Good
you
move.
could have told me this in your living
Yeah,
room.
that's cheap.
Jeez.
That's really
Yeah.
low.
And I met her recently
Oh, does she remember?
at a party.
Yeah.
And this woman came up to me and said, hello. And I said, hi. And she said, you don't remember me, do you? And it was her.
But did you remember her?
No, no clue. She had changed over the years,
Wow.
as we
She looked
all
better
do.
or worse?
She changed over the years, and there you go. And we were just talking and everything, and it was interesting. It was interesting. But she did not look like,
Karma bit her in the ass.
well, no, she's fine looking, but
No, the fact that I wonder how people feel years later after, doing something really stupid or regretting. Some people don't even regret what they do,
Yeah.
but just something really dumb, and they look at the other person like 20 years later, 30 years later, and how do you look at them? Do you still think about what you did? Do you ever go back and apologize 20 years later? Is there an importance to go back and apologize all those years later? Just go sort of clear the air and set the stage for, new friendships?
That's interesting. Do you remember all of your past relationships? Not that there are many.
I don't know. I don't know that I remember all of them, but yeah, majority.
And do you recall moments where you wish you could have taken it back? It not being the relationship, but a certain point in a discussion or something you did?
No.
No. Okay.
No, like there's maybe like one or two. But it's not anything that I did wrong necessarily.
Of course not.
No, I'm not. I told you I'm perfect.
God. Anyway.
Yeah, and I still think about it. When I see them, I still think about it sometimes. Like, it's still stuck in the back of my mind. Like, I don't think about it on a regular basis, but when I see them, I think about it.
Yeah. You're doing something inane, and all of a sudden, word that
exactly.
pops in your head.
Exactly. Or the relationship didn't end very well, and there was some kind of bitterness or something was going on, and then all of a sudden, you're playing back the story in your head, like after all these years, and you're like, what? Yeah. So I have a take on this.
Okay.
And I want to know something. When men start dating post-divorce, okay, do you think that, what's the main thing that is a faux pas? Meaning the woman cannot try to do this with me.
Lie. Don't friggin' lie to me.
Okay.
Because if you do, then the trust is gone, and once the trust is gone, or maybe the trust is just compromised, not much, not a big lie, but don't lie to me. Jesus, don't lie to me.
Even if she just doesn't feel like confronting you that very moment?
No, don't lie. Don't lie. It can be something inane. It can be something, I can't see it tonight.
Okay.
Oh, yeah? Okay, cool. Why? Oh, I got something going at work, and all of a sudden you find out through either mutual friends or whatever that she was
or Facebook.
Oh, geez, yes, that's true. That's so true. But however you find out that on that Tuesday when you asked her out and she said, no, I'm busy, and she gave you a reason, and then you find out, let's say via Facebook, that that wasn't what she was doing. She was out with the girls. She wasn't at work.
Oh.
And it's like, oh, wait a minute. And so you go to her and you say, hey, so you lied. And it's like, you lied. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Yeah, I know. That really bugs me. Of all the things you could have done, that one bugs me the most. Lying. So how about I don't call you for a while?
Oh.
Like the rest of our lives.
Oh.
It's big. It is.
I agree.
Big to you?
Yeah. Lying is big. But I think from, my experience of talking to so many, fathers post-divorce especially, is this one sentence that just makes them flip. They do not want to hear this, and they don't want you to talk about it, and they don't want you to even bring it up. Whoa. So if I'm dating you, Murray, and I say, Murray, there is something that you need to change about yourself.
Oh, God.
There we go. It's the word change.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fascinating. I was in a library one time, and I don't know how I came across this book, but it was written, it's a very short story by a Russian author, and I wish I had his name. I wish I could find the book again, but it was really cool, and it is on change.
Okay.
And I'll just go very quickly through it. I met this girl, and she was so wonderful. She had the most beautiful way of walking, the most beautiful way of engaging me, but her laugh annoyed me so. And so I asked her about her laugh, and she changed it because she loved me.
You see?
And here, it's not over.
Love it.
And then we were happily 2 years later in our relationship, and we were just having such a wonderful time. And there was this way that she looked at me when she was angry, and I really hated that. And so I told her, and she changed, and because she loved me.
Okay.
And then another item came up, and she changed because she loved me. And then all of a sudden, I realized I didn't know her anymore because she had changed so much. It
Oh,
was so good.
wow.
I told my daughter this, the guy that you meet is the guy that you've met. Don't do a thing to change him. If you're not happy, go meet the one you should have met
Okay,
because they will not change. Guys don't change.
okay, stick it in your heads, women. Guys don't change.
They don't.
But I have an issue with that because
You have an issue with?
that. The fact that men won't change. I'm talking post-divorce. So, for instance, we're post-divorce.
Hey, post-divorce or in the marriage or pre-divorce or anything, the guy you meet is the guy you met. That's him.
I get it.
All those, everything, he's covering his warts. Yeah, he's covering his warts. And
Yeah.
he doesn't want you to know that whatever the subject, whatever. That's who he is. And for you to enter that relationship with the intent on molding him into the man you should have met, well, just go meet the man you should have met.
But wait a minute. I'm not talking about changing an entire character. I'm talking about okay, maybe if we have to find the better word. Modify?
Oh, will you stop?
Adapt?
It's still change.
No, it's not. It's not the same
God.
thing.
Okay.
So here's an example.
Please.
We're post-divorce. We're dating again. We're in our 40s, 50s. Let's not go into the 60s. Let's say 40s and 50s, okay? So you have a history. You have 40 years behind you. I have 40 years behind me. And we each have our stories. It's not like we're dating at the age of 20 where there's not much history there. We have a whole load of baggage, right? Okay. So trying to meet somebody at our age who has a whole load of baggage, sometimes you have to sort of massage a little bit, a couple of little things. I'm not saying change his entire character. That I agree with you. If you don't like the character, you don't like, I don't know, the color of his eyes, you can't change that. But if it's something silly like, Murray, I don't like that shirt on you. I don't like that color on you.
Really?
I prefer if you wore blue or green.
Oh.
Would that be so bad?
No.
Okay. So when a guy is picky over, takes a woman out on a date and doesn't like her shoes and refuses to go on a date with her again because he doesn't like her shoes, and I say to him, well, wait a minute, and this didn't happen to me, it's just a story I know. And I say, but why don't you just tell her that you don't like those shoes, that you don't like leopard skin or whatever it was, and that you prefer other kinds of shoes? He says, no, because that means I would change her and I don't want her to change me. And I said, that's not changing. That's like a tiny little adaptation. It's like a tiny, like maybe the word change is too harsh. But is that such a big deal? Like a pair of shoes?
No, the changing part that I had in mind when you said change was part of the character.
Okay.
Of the person.
No, I'm not talking about the character. I'm talking about, well, it could be something characteristic.
An idiosyncrasy.
Yeah.
I hate the way you snort when you laugh.
Yeah.
When you lose control and, the phlegm starts falling out of your nose. I really find
that is really sexy.
I find that disconcerting. Can you please carry a handkerchief from now on? You know what I mean? But no, the word change, and it sets guys up. You knew that it was going to set
I know
up.
it. Yeah. I saw the look on your face.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
And I'm telling you, by the way, leopard skin shoes, no problem, honey. Anytime you want to wear them, you bring them along.
Especially in the bedroom for Murray.
I'm just saying
Naked.
that if it is a character trait that you're annoyed with, that was okay when you were dating. Okay, 6 months have gone by, and all of a sudden, that really bugs me. I'm going to bring it up. No, why don't you just shut up? Don't bring it up. Leave it alone.
But if it bugs her,
that's part of his character. If he changes that, other things in his character may also change, and all of a sudden, he's not the man you met.
Well, maybe that's what she wants.
To get out?
No, she likes the fact that she can mold him
No,
and
he
change
doesn't.
him.
Yeah, well,
But he'll wake up one day and regret it.
Boom.
And that's when he's gonna go cheat on you, and that's when he's gonna go leave.
Well, I
or
don't
whatever.
know
He's gonna make a move.
I don't know if it could lead to cheating. Maybe he is a man of character. But if he is a guy who has decided that he doesn't want to change, but he's too gracious to tell you that in the beginning.
Okay.
He'll just, okay, sure, I'll put on the blue shirt, and we'll see if and secretly he hates that stupid blue shirt because of what it represents. It represents him kowtowing to your wish.
You know what? I've purchased clothing for boyfriends before that in colors that I thought were amazing. I mean, I'm not the type of person who wears a lot of black. Like, I'll very rarely wear black. And, I prefer, because I'm a very bubbly kind of character, so I like colors. But I've purchased shirts for men, and I thought they looked amazing on him. And he didn't have a problem with it. And he's even after we broke up, I still see pictures of him wearing it. It's an amazing color on him. So he was very open-minded about that. But then I was talking about it with another friend who had this obsession with a woman's shoes. And I said, but wait a minute. What if she doesn't like the shirt you're wearing? Can she tell you? He says, no. Well, what do you mean she can't tell you? If she doesn't like the color of your shirt and she suggests that because you have green eyes that you should wear a green shirt and don't wear gray because it makes you look pale and dead, that's not an insult.
Jeez. Yeah.
Right?
That's well done. Well
so I don't think that qualifies as change. It's an adjustment. It's look, you have your story, I have my story, you have your way, I have my way. But if we want this to work in our 40s and our 50s, we're going to have to evolve together. We're going to have to change a little bit together. I don't think it's going to be so easy to find the picture perfect person at this age in our lives. And I think that it's important that both are flexible.
The picture perfect person doesn't exist no matter what age you are.
Yeah.
So stop looking for them.
No, but I'm saying picture perfect for you.
There ain't no Prince Charming, and there ain't no Prince. No, there's not. There's the guy you met. And you know what? He comes, warts and all, his foibles, his great characteristics, his wonderful way of laughing. What he brings to the relationship is what he brought on day one. And if you didn't like it then, you sure as hell ain't going to like it in 6 months or 6 years. So
you can grow into it.
Who can? You can or he can?
You can. If it annoys you, you can grow into it.
Oh, so don't get him to change, just adapt to it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's fine. We've reached an agreement.
No, but maybe the way.
Don't try to change him. Don't change him.
Okay, so the bottom line is that the guy is the guy, but I don't think women feel that way.
I know they don't.
If you were to tell me, Ravit, you look horrendous in that shirt,
Jesus.
I'd say, really?
Oh,
I think about it, and I'd probably ask 2 or 3 other girlfriends, and if they say yeah, I go, okay, I'm throwing out the shirt. It's not a big deal, because I'm not insecure.
I'm back on the word horrendous. You look horrendous in that shirt?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
Because you gotta have some class. You can't just throw away.
Okay, but there are some times where things are sticking out in the wrong places, where the pants are too tight and there's, schmutz coming out of different places that it shouldn't be coming out of. And it's just not suited for that body type. Maybe I'm just too much of a secure woman to really be expressing my feelings about this, but I don't think it's such a big deal. If you don't like something, or the shirt is too tight or the shirt is too loose, and you love the person, but you just think that they don't look good in that shirt, I don't think it's the end of the world to share that.
Okay.
And you're looking at me like, holy moly.
I'm like, if it is a matter of clothing, if you just want to dress it, some guys would do it. I remember a woman doing that with me. She wanted to dress me. I want to take you shopping.
Okay.
And I said, why are we taking me shopping? Is there something wrong with what I'm wearing?
You see, your insecurity already.
I beg your pardon?
Your insecurity is flaring right away.
Motivated by you.
Oh, come on.
Well,
she wants to take you shopping. She wants to splurge on you.
30 seconds ago, you said no, I'm insecure. I'm just curious. Do you think that I'm not dressing well? She said, well, I just feel that, blah, blah, blah. We know exactly what you're saying, only now you're being gracious. I just feel like Have you ever thought of wearing brown? Do you think brown might be a good color for you? No. Oh, well, what do you think of this color? Or what do you think of,
Purple.
what do you think of,
Murray in purple. That'd be funny.
yeah, no, yeah.
Doesn't fit. It
I'm
doesn't drive
very
me.
defensive when it comes to change. And like I said, I told my daughter, change, eliminate it from your vocabulary. Eliminate it. You can change for the better if you choose to, but don't waste your time. Don't waste your emotion.
Yeah.
Just, but you want to go dress a guy? Sure. Yeah, that's okay. I think that's cool.
Okay,
cool.
so
You don't just say you're horrendous. Just watch the words you use. God.
no, but some shirts are horrendous. Okay, so you
So lose them.
lose them.
Yeah.
Oh, steal the shirt and throw it out.
Here, honey, I'll do the ironing for you, and then
I'll burn it.
Then you burn it. Exactly.
That's
And now
good.
you've lost the shirt.
And so what do you do with the shoes? You bring in a new dog, a puppy, and he'll come and chew on the shoes?
Lose the shoes.
Oh, just lose the shoes.
Honey, have you seen those bros and those? No, I
My
don't know
leopard
whether-
shoes. Where are they? I love them.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
No, that's the woman. No, sometimes I lose my shit when I'm talking about change, and it's the worst thing you can bring to a relationship. It's the worst thing ever.
Okay, but do you agree that post-divorce, it's going to be harder to find that match compared to when we were in our 20s and pure and innocent and didn't have, 20 or 30 years of experience? Do you believe that men and women should be flexible with one another and not be so strict and have these like friggin' guidelines of, things like that, because it's not going to take you anywhere unless you just want to date profusely. If that's what you want, then fine. But if you're looking for a long-term relationship, I really think that there is no other way but to massage a bit. Like I'm trying to find a better word.
You've got great verbs. Massage. Now we're on to massage.
Maybe massage will make him not feel so bad about himself. Because it depends on your delivery too, right?
Yes, absolutely. And the
So,
words you use.
It's like it's
Back
better
to
when you say horrendous.
So now, if you're going to go down that road,
Okay.
okay, let's say we're going to go down that road. No guy, by the way, has ever gone down this road. May I suggest?
Oh.
I don't think.
Okay, if there's a man out there that's listening to this and you have gone down this road, please
And the road
communicate
is,
with us.
And the road is, you look at her and you say, gee, I wish you would do this instead of that. I hate that.
So you would just break up with her and said
Bugs
no?
me. Huh?
You would just break up with her. If you
Well,
hate something, you'd break up?
If it's annoying enough, yeah.
Really?
Why would I waste my time and waste my emotions and potentially get into a battle by saying, sweetheart, you know that thing about you that we've talked about before and you've made no adjustments? Well, it's still bugging me, and I'm just curious about why you haven't changed.
Oh, massaged.
Okay. So anyway, no. A guy's not going to waste his time. He's not going to waste his time. As they say, there's too many fish in the sea, and
Okay, so you're saying that even post-divorce, at the age of 50s,
yeah.
take it or leave it. I
Yeah.
am who I am. Don't try to
There
change
you go.
me.
There you go. I've reached a point in my life where if you don't like it, well, you can go fish in another pond because I'm fine the way I am,
Okay.
and you're not that great.
Oh.
Well, I'm not, at my stage of life, I'm not going to be making these changes. This is me. I like my cut-off jeans that are right up to my butt. I like them. And leave me alone.
And let my butt crack breathe.
Please. Good one.
And on that note, thank you so much for joining in to the conversation. Join us on Facebook or LinkedIn at Ravit Rose, Ravitrose. We welcome all your comments and stories because the truth is, I need to figure out a way how to convince Marie that massaging, adapting, being flexible is not such a bad thing. And until next time, have yourself a day that matters. See ya.